Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Gloomhaven, the Guildmaster Campaign. So I'm making some change ups here for the party. I'm going to go back to more of a beginner, uh, the starter party that I went with pretty close to the beginning of the campaign. That is the Brute, the Scoundrel, the Tinkerer, and the Spellweaver. They're all pretty high level, or at least mediocre level. Um, and so we should be seeing some pretty hard hits as well as some pretty powerful moves. I did reduce the difficulty back down to normal because that last one went for 2.5 hours. I don't want all of them to go that long. I do appreciate that people watch the entire episode, and it's nice to hear comments from you saying that you did. But I know that not everybody wants to watch a 2.5 hour episode or pushing 3 hours anyway. So I've reduced the difficulty. I think that's what made the episode go on a little bit longer than usual. The enemies will have more hit points and will hit harder, so that we have to react to more difficult situations. And I appreciate it. I certainly do, but I can't. I definitely can't make a 3 hour video or 2 hour video every time. So anyway, we'll go with the more basic or regular mercenary band here. And I'm gonna stop at the merchant. I've looked through some of the open slots, and we have here a small item for the Scoundrel and a small item for the Tinkerer. And I think what I'm going to go for here is I'm going to purchase the major power potion for 40, and then just a minor stamina potion for 10. And the Tinkerer is going to take the minor stamina potion. I think that will help him a little bit. If we want to use a card, for instance, like stun shot, we can use it again in a following round, something like that. Or hook gun. Hook gun could be a good candidate for a stamina potion. And for the Scoundrel, I think making her hard hits a little bit harder is going to go a long way, particularly when she has a couple attacks like this one, throwing knives, where she could attack for 2 plus 2. This would make this an attack of 4 at range 4, targeting 2 different enemies. That would go a long way for sure. And if we do get in a position to use single out at the same time, then that would be an attack of 6 in that particular case. So it would be a great combination. I can't promise that it will be a viable option at any given time, but we can try to make that work. So without further ado, I think we're just going to jump into the first of this week's scenarios, and that is the Vermling village. And interesting, this one's showing that okay, the objective is survive 10 more rounds, so 10 rounds in general. Lose if the Brute or Scabwit is exhausted. So the Brute's friend or ally, the Vermling named Scabwit, I believe is a shaman. He'll be joining us for this, so he is going to be able to heal us, and that's going to be helpful. Particularly to keep the Brute alive, but we will probably want to heal him a little bit with the Tinkerer or the Spellweaver to make sure that Scabwit survives this as well. And then for the next scenario on Thursday, that's going to be Payback, where this is going to be the first one here is a Brute personal quest, and then ooh, okay, so the Scoundrel must be level 5 in order to do this. So we won't be able to do this, unfortunately. Maybe what we'll see is that the next, if there's a following brute story quest, then we'll probably end up trying to tackle that. If not, we'll at least try to find a way to gain experience very quickly for the Scoundrel, doing maybe a travel location where that will give us experience. For instance, 6 experience for unlocking a new location. Alright, so we will hop into the Vermling village. And also, as one of the rewards, is we'll be gaining a perk point for the Brute. The Brute should be leveling up. I think it would be almost difficult to not have the Brute level up at this time. So we'll see a level up with the Brute. And I apologize, there were 2 level ups in the other group from the week before. The Elementalist has reached level 2, and the Night Shroud has reached level 2. But when we bring them back in, we'll make sure to go over those levels at that time. I'd like to kind of go for the first battle, the first boss battle or scenario. And so I'd like to be unlocking the Brute and Scoundrel personal quests so that we can find the boss of this pair. And I will have a look at who the pairing of the Tinkerer and the Spellweaver are. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's these 2. I'm not entirely sure. But, and then there's also the Mind Thief and the Cragheart. I assume that the 4 of them have pairs within those 4. And then the unlockable characters have a pairing outside of the starting 6. So, alright. Let's jump into the Vermling village. Scabwit has been busy finding information about the Inox trader. Meet him in his camp near the Copper Oasis. We have an encounter. As you continue along your path, an old woman steps out from the trees and blocks your path. She is dressed in ragged clothing and has a rusty necklace around her neck. "Greetings, traveler," she says. "I sense you are in need of aid on your quest, and perhaps I can grant you a boon. Tell me, what is it that you need most?" This one's a new one, and I like this. So we can either answer gold, knowledge, or power, or just leave her alone. I'm wondering, and I'm hoping this is not the case, but I'm wondering if we say gold, that she might say, okay, you're greedy, and maybe find a way to go against that. Stealing our gold or stealing something from us. I hope that's not the case. I hope she's a good person. Knowledge would be great. Power, I think I'm just going to go for knowledge. This could be experience. I assume that's gold. And power could be like we start off with strengthened, something like that. Or maybe a power potion or something like that. Let's go for knowledge. "A wise choice indeed," she replies. She waves her hand and you fall to the floor, blacking out. When you wake up, the woman is nowhere to be seen, but you feel your skills have improved. Okay. Oh wow, 16 experience. I hope this is a very rare event, because that is insane. I also hope that I never see this event again. I mean, I would love to have this event repeat, but of course I feel like it's too strong. I mean, we could just continue to take that and level up fairly rapidly. I mean, obviously it should be a rare event, right? Alright. You reach the Vermling village and see Scabwit by the fire. He waves you over. Scabwit informs you that a number of his Vermling scouts have tracked Inox raiders bearing the same markings as the one that attacked you, and that they are amassing to the north near Eaglecrest. Right, so that's in the northeast, where the Scoundrel's next personal quest is. I believe we unlocked that last Thursday? I think so. Before he can give you more details, however, horns start blaring out. The village is under attack. It appears that his investigations have led the Inox right to his camp. Okay, so we are going to defend the Vermling village. I'm wondering if more Vermlings are going to help us, or if it's only Scabwit. We'll have to see. Now, I know in the physical board game of Gloomhaven, there are events that happen like that, and then you would tear up the, well, not physically tear up the card if you don't want to, but there is an icon on the card saying to tear the card up, meaning that you remove the card from the game, and then you're never to see that up event for the rest of that campaign. If you were to start a new campaign all over, then I believe those events would get shuffled back in. I'm not sure. I would assume that those events would be shuffled back in, but anyway, that's not what we're going to see here. My scouts are reporting Inox warriors, humans, flooding through the forest. They're heading right towards us, so expect heavy resistance. Humans? Well, I don't see any humans. We'll make a stand here. If we take down enough of them, they should rout. My tribe mates will help. Okay, good. I didn't see them until he said that, but we do have 3 scouts. They're all elite scouts, so that should be at least a little helpful, right? We want to mix this up just a little bit, I think. 3 scouts, and then we have Scabwit, who does have 3 shields. We don't want him to be taking unnecessary damage, but we could use him as a particular shield of some sorts from time to time. Luckily, what we can do, since we don't have to move around, Scabwit was always really difficult to get through the doorways, because sometimes he just stands still for his turns. So at least this way we can kind of jump in front of him, and most of the time he's going to have either healing or ranged attacks. So what we have going against us, we have an elite guard here, an elite shaman, a normal shaman, an elite archer, and a normal archer over there. There are 2 points of entry, or the spawning locations, where an elite archer will pop in here and another elite archer over there. That could be pretty dangerous. Now it is only showing 1, but we've seen in the past that more than 1 could spawn, and only 1 is being shown here. So I'm hoping either they fix that at some point. It would be nice actually if it was part of the conditions, you know, saying every even round an elite archer will show up at A, something like that, and at B every odd round, or every round, an elite archer will show up here. Something like that. That's the way it is in the board game. So it would be nice to know what things are spawning and when, so that you can plan accordingly that way. Okay. Well, let's see how we're going to deal with round 1 at least. Okay, for this first round, I've decided to go very late with everybody because I'd like for them to kind of move up toward us. At the moment, we're pretty far away. We'd have to move 3 or 4, or some cases 5, in order to get to an enemy that we want to attack. And I'd rather them being a bit closer than that. So I'd also like for them, these shamans back here, to not heal after we've made attacks onto the enemies that we'd like to attack. So I think by doing this, we will mitigate any healing coming from these Inox Shaman, and also maybe they won't be able to reach us. I'm not sure. We're also allowing them to kind of move out of our way. At the moment, they're kind of cluttering the space directly in front of us. So by them kind of moving away, that would be nice. They would probably be taking quite a bit of damage. And yeah, we just need them to move out of the way, to start dealing some damage against the enemies, and then we can kind of clean up after. So first up, we have the Tinkerer going at 74 with Ink Bomb, simply moving to use Toxic Bolt to target and with a ranged attack, poisoning them along the way. This will also infuse Earth. All right. Next is Spellweaver at 80 with Reviving Ether. This will allow her to get to pretty much any space that we want to get with her. A move forward with Jump, and then an attack 3 with at range 3 use Infusing Light. I might actually, although I don't know what else we could use. We could use this actually. Oh no, that would be Consuming Light. I'm thinking that because we're infusing Earth, we could find a way to use it now, and I'm not seeing actually a good way to use Earth. So that's probably just gonna go to waste, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Next is 86 with the Scoundrel. Single out. We're going to use this immediately, and then Swift Bow. This would be a ranged attack, an attack 5 at range 4, as long as we're attacking somebody that is adjacent to none of their allies, which would be one of these two, or somebody that moves a little bit closer. And then Brute at 86. Yep, it will go Scoundrel and then Brute, because the Brute's second card is after the Scoundrel's second card. Unstoppable Charge and Fatal Advance. Once they get maybe if they do move a little bit, then we'll be able to get closer. We can reach a couple of the enemies already, but I'd rather not move him into the middle of the into the middle of this just by himself at the start. That could change depending on what they do. So let's see what they do. Well, the earliest card initiative is actually a 50. So us going late isn't going to have the... Well, for the most part, we are going later than most of them anyway. So 50, the Inox Guards are going to be moving just 2 and then attacking 4. So we won't have to worry about her at all. Then we have the Inox Archers having a ranged attack targeting 2. That's not going to be against us. That's going to be against the Scouts. The Scouts are going to be running out towards them and attacking for 4. That's going to be pretty helpful. I hope that they can live through the range attacks coming from the Inox Shamans. Those are going to be pretty devastating, following a fairly weak attack from the Inox Archers. And then Vermling Shaman Elite, our friend here, the Scabwit, is going to move and heal, targeting heal 1 at range 1, targeting all adjacent allies, and then blessing, unfortunately, himself. And I've already said this is kind of a problem. If they've already, you can see how they've split this up, and I brought this up on the Discord channel, I think. The Inox Shaman and the Vermling Shaman should have the same attack or the same ability card for their turn for the round, but it's different because it's a digital game. They can do something. They can implement a secondary like monster ability deck, which is nice, but they haven't removed, to my knowledge yet, they haven't removed the allies from the enemy the monster modifier deck. So if they are going to do this, then they need to also make a secondary deck for the allies versus the enemies. Because in the game, they would be pulling our cards. Any allies would be pulling from the modifier decks of us, and we get to choose which one, and that's pretty neat. However, in this way, they aren't allowed to do it, and they're sharing it. So they could use the bless, for instance. The enemies can use the bless that Scabwit is imposing on himself. So I really hope that they get rid of this. They either make them do the same exact card, or have different modifier decks for each other. All right, I won't bring this up again. Maybe. Nothing to worry about there. So they are going to be probably killing this Vermling Shaman. This Vermling Scout right there. Ooh, actually no, because this one was too far away. That's good to know. Oh god. Oh god. I moved the camera too early. Very nice. Well, they're doing a ton of damage against this. They are unfortunately losing a lot of damage due to the retaliate. But it looks like Scabwit here might be healing at least one of them. We'll see where he might move to here first. Yeah, we'll see there. We could, now that they've emptied out, we can stand in these spaces here and still be free of incoming melee attacks on this side. However, there are only ranged attacks and archers coming in for the next round, so we might need to kind of definitely take care of the shamans, but we might need to be focusing on these two as well. Okay, so I think one thing that we should do is move up. Now he does have leather armor, so that's going to help for 2 attacks are going to be at disadvantage. The first or the next 2 attacks against him will be at disadvantage. I think what I might do is bring him up here. And I'm not sure if I want to poison. I'd like to be poisoning him, right? The shaman. But from here, let's see what else we could do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have the +1 range there, which is coming in handy now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have these 3 options. I don't think it's worth it to go for him now. For her, sorry. Because she only has 4 more health left, and we have another way of dealing with that. So I think let's go for this Inox Shaman. So let's skip the rest of that movement, and we're going to attack here to poison. That way, if he does end up healing himself, that he's only going to remove that poison. It's not going to be any health recovery. That's good. Great, that's fantastic. So they've missed one of them, and the other one is coming in at -2. That's fantastic. So we've kept all 3 of them for now. The next move, I don't want to get too overzealous here. If I move up to here, right, then the we might be putting her in a bad situation. if I move over here, she's also kind of in a bad situation, but we need to be 3 away. I'd like to be hitting the Inox Shaman because I'd like to be dealing as much damage to... I'd like to be killing this elite shaman as soon as possible. But is this a good position for her? 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Let's do this because it sounds really crazy, but I still can stand here with the brute or moving over here with the brute. Or we could just make an attack right now and hope that it kills him, and then we can kind of, or her, and then we can move here afterward. Because we do want to get in a position to be killing whatever the next enemies coming through that spawner. Let's do it that way. Let's undo the waypoint, undo. Let's do our attack now, because this is an attack of 3. All we need is a 1, and we have a lot of potential to be taking a positive. All right. Well, fair enough. Okay, we're still going to go this way because we can have her go late, and then she just won't be a target. We could also go invisible and go early next round. Major stamina potion, we can take both of those cards back. We're going to end our turn here, though. Okay. I'm still going to go for this. So the next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies add +2. So this one isn't, and this one isn't. This would be an attack of 5. Be a pretty good chance of killing it. I think even if we pulled the oh, we don't even have a -2. So we have a very good chance of killing this. And I might go for it. You know what? Let's go for it. I probably should have not used this and done this first. I think in the board game I would have done that. Said, you know what? I undo. But as we can see, we still don't have that restart turn there. It would be nice to just say undo and then the card comes back, and you know, an undo button instead of restart turn. That would be the better way to do it, I think. Just hit undo and it would bring the card back, and it would just get rid of the thing that I just put out, this singled out. Then I would use Swiftbow to make that attack and then put this on. That would have been the better choice. I'll go with it for now. I could use my stamina potion to bring that back now, because I am going to want some more ranged attacks, but I think I'll use this one first, and then I'll use this to bring one of those 2 back. I think that'll work. We'll end that. Okay. We're gonna move 4. We could use another move 2. I'm gonna move over here because, well, I'd like to have them kind of continue be a little bit of a helping there. Another thing I could do is move here, because I'm kind of afraid of what Scabwit's going to do. Scabwit's going to move 2. So I think he's going to move here, right? He's not going to go this way. He's going to want to target one of them. So he's probably going here if I stand here. If I stand here, then he's going there. And I don't really like that either. Alright, undo the waypoint. Another thing we could do is move to here, but then I know that we're going to be getting some nasty attacks from all of them, so... You know what? I'm still gonna go here. I'm not even going to say it. You're already poisoned? Let's do it. Oh, for crying out loud. Man. So we pulled a -2 look how many other options we have, and we've pulled -2 twice even. I think the Scoundrel, not the Scoundrel, somebody else pulled a -2, I think. Was it her? Yeah, it was her. So, not off to a great start, but fortunately he is going to be healing his ally there, but he is going to be quite a target for all of them. So, now if they pull, let's see, you can see that it has that ×2 blessing there in their deck. Man, oh man. Okay, yeah, round 2. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so for this round, we're starting off with the Scoundrel at 10. Initiative of 10 with throwing knives for the ranged attack here, and sinister opportunity to just kind of get into a better location. Where she's standing obviously is not a good spot, but maybe over here would be a better location. She can attack at range 4, so even picking up some coins might be a good option. Next is the Brute at 15 with shield bash. I don't believe he's going to move, and then a hook and chain in order to pull this one to here. You'll see why that's going to be important here. Next is the Tinkerer at 17 with Restorative Mist. I'd like to heal a couple of our friends down there and stun shot to make sure that this guy does not attack this round or does anything. Finally, 71 on the Spellweaver. I might as well just bring that to 69 for fire orbs and chromatic explosion. Now, pulling this enemy to here is going to be key for fire orbs to work, because I don't want to move to this location with her in order to reach this Inox Shaman. But I'll be making an attack of 3, range 3, targeting 3, so 1, 2, 3 enemies. We might throw in something like stun and or minor power potion. We also have eagle eye goggles, so we have a lot of good options that we can use with her. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, so the Inox Shaman are going very early with mobilizing attacks, which we'll see how that's going to work. It looks like they'll probably be going for the scouts because they're closer, or they're earlier than the shaman. Our vermlings. Then the Inox Archers are going to be having some pretty nasty shots here, and they are moving a little closer to us, so that's going to be pretty painful. We'll see maybe we can use some other way of making sure that they don't attack either. Okay, so that is coming to us, the Brute. But we can, and we're not going to be able to move, which is unfortunate. You know, is this really... I mean, Steel Ring, we might as well just use it, right? That's going to stop all incoming damage. Let's use it there. We can block these two as well, so we're taking 0 damage out of it. That's pretty nice. Now we do want to get into a good position with her. And we could do something like this, and then their attacks against her would be at disadvantage. But we do want to be attacking anyone that's not adjacent to each other. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do a range attack of 4. So we can still actually do it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do it that way. Yeah, Yep, this one's not adjacent to any of its allies, and either is that one. We might as well pick up some gold while we're doing it. I think that's a good idea. And this will be an attack. Oh, skip the action. This will be an attack of 4. 5 against this shaman because of the poison. I could use this. And in this case, this is probably the better time to use it, right? I think so. I think so. Because this really, I mean, this is what I said at the beginning, so let's go for it. So we killed that one, fantastic, and 6 damage is still very good. I think that was the perfect time to use it. It did kill this one, so yeah, and then 6 damage. We could take that back now, and I think I might do it. 1 2 1 2 1. So we want to take back a card probably before our rest, and taking back one of our range attacks is going to be beneficial. Let's go with this one, I think, because 1, it's earlier, and 2, we can target 2 enemies with it. Yep, let's do it. We're going to take throwing knives back. It also gives her another experience anyway, so. Okay. And the Scoundrel's turn. We now have the Brute. Luckily, we have a ranged attack with him anyway, so we don't have to worry about... Wait a minute. So for her attack, probably going to have to move up in order to do that attack, and that should be fine because we're going late, and what we can do is go early next round. So look, we'll still attack here. Yep. Hey, disarm, a free disarm, that's perfect. So now for the next round, we won't be attacking. We don't have to worry about that. Now I could have used my healing potion. That's what I was wondering, and I kind of forgot why I was wondering it. I could have, for instance, kept the steel ring for later, but really it's like an immediate heal 4. I think using it when the first attack 4 happens is still a good option. I can still heal with this at a later time. We will throw our shield up, so because we do have at least one other attack, probably these 2 attacks against him. Although they might be attacking him as well, so we don't have to worry about this. You're disarmed. Let's stop one of these elites from having a major attack. However, we are going to have to move closer, and I wanted to kind of help heal back here. This one looks like he's already full health. Yeah, 7 out of 7. Oh, that's right, because he helped that last time. So let's not skip the attack. Let's undo. And we're gonna have to move. It's unfortunate because of this, but yeah, okay. Let's move up 1. And I think what I'm going to do is we'll skip the rest of that movement. Although we could move over to here, because at this point, all 3 of these will be targeting the Tinkerer because he's going before, what is his name? Scabwit. So we could move up a little bit closer and then stun this one anyway. I'm just afraid of what's going to be showing up out of there for the next round. So let's skip the movement. And what we're going to do, sure, confirm action, but it doesn't matter anyway. And what we're going to do here is I don't think it really matters which one I target, as long as it's one of the elites. So we'll target that one. Hey, a couple more damage, that helps out. And we're going to not use any of this yet. Hey now. I'm okay if they end up killing them. But I'd rather them not attack this one because he's already controlled. Well, okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't want... See? Look at that. Ridiculous. It is extremely frustrating. Because he's blessing himself. It should not go into the enemy's deck. I mean, yeah. Okay, she is not in a good position anymore because this one's dead, this one's dead. I could attack here and I could attack here, but there's really no place. She stood here. 1, 2, 3. See, we can't attack here. I think I'm still going to do it because I'd like to just kill you anyway. Yeah, let's just do it anyway. What we're gonna do is, my plan was this, but I'm going to be bringing in fire anyway, so I might as well bring in ice so that she can use cold fire. Now it's unfortunate that we'll have to be going very late, but we will be able to attack 2 of them, I hope 2. And we can stun them both. Or I can bring in darkness and use it to kill this guy immediately. I think that would be very helpful. So yeah, I think that's the better plan. Let's do it that way. I am, as I said, still going to attack here. Let's use the eagle eye goggles. Let's attack both of them. And you know what? Let's use stun powder just for this one. I don't want to be taking damage from these elite archers, so let's mitigate as much as we can. I think this will still be worth the attack. Burning the card, that is. We got a +1 there. And we've killed this one as well. We are killing them very quickly. We've taken out 1, 2, 3, where was the other one? 4? 1. Yeah, both of the shamans are already dead. The guard and now one of these are dead as well. We have this one stunned, and that one is dead because of what our next one is going to do. I think it's probably best for her to go invisible now. It is a bit early, but I still think it's worth it. Whatever's coming out of here, it looks like an elite guard. They will be able to, well, they will be attacking and probably dying because it will have retaliate 3. Okay. And we only have to survive. That is all we have to do. But we also need to keep him alive as well, so. I don't think going invisible is necessary because the only one that could hit her is this one and is already stunned, so we'll go with that. I might have been a good idea to bring in a new card so that we could go early, but I think we'll be fine. Okay. Next round. Alright, next round we have Tinker going first at 19 with Net Shooter, just to get some motion, and going very early, or movement. And Disorienting Flash is to stun 2 of the enemies, likely these 2. Then up next at 33 is the Scoundrel with special mixture and backstab. I'd like one of them to kind of I'm hoping be attacking before 33. That's my plan anyway. If not, then at least the backstab would be an attack of 5. If one of them is standing next to, that's perfect. I'm hoping 33 is just is good enough anyway. But this backstab is going to go a long way if one of our allies is adjacent to him. It'll be poisoned. Attack for 5, maybe 7. Plus 2 because of single out. And I might even throw in the ancient drill. That would be what, 5, 6 because of poison, 7, 8, 10, maybe 12. Probably not. We'll see how far we can get with this. Next up is the brute. We'll go a little bit later because I'm hoping that these two are stunned. This one's already stunned. And we'll use Leaping Cleave to jump into a good position. And then Provoking Roar, I'm hoping that they will have an attack beforehand, before 54. So that when he is standing here, you know, he can disarm after he's this archer has been unstunned. And then finally, Spellweaver at 81. With Spirit of Doom, we are going to be killing this Inox Archer. Living Torch, I'd like to be bringing in the Burning Avatar right here would be nice. Or here. It depends on where we have some openings. So let's see where we are now. Okay, so the Inox Guard, shield 1 and retaliate 2 in addition to what they already have, which is retaliate 3. So this will be a retaliate 4. It looks like the Vermling scouts are not going to be attacking. They are attacking, but at range. So that's good. We don't have to worry too much about that. The Scoundrel might have something to worry about there, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we can change up her plan a little bit. The Inox Shaman, the Inox Archers, and the normal and the elite are going to be hitting. This is one of their nasty attacks, you know. But we are going to be able to mitigate quite a bit of those incoming damage. Our shaman friend is going to attack at range. This is going to be very helpful. So we have a lot of range attacks here. That's what it looks like. Let's see how this falls into place. We have only this one in this corner. Ah, right. So this Inox Guard Elite spawned in, and we have another one spawning in for the next round. And then over here we had a normal archer, and we have another elite guard coming into this space. So we will have to figure out a way to, you know, deal quite a bit of damage, stunning. Maybe just putting some traps over here would help out quite a bit to make them have to walk a little bit further. We'll have to see about that, but we'll skip the action. We're not going to move too far. I think we're still just going to move to here. And I want to stun. Skip the movement. You know what? We could stand here. We could stand here to stun these two. We will have the brute over here as well. Ooh, okay, but if we do that, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then it would move to over here to make this attack. So we don't want to move there. Because we want them to be in range of the Spellweaver, and where she is now is great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is it? First one, range 4. Right. So we don't want to stand here because then it would move this Archer. Now what we could do is stand here and then do these two instead, but I think I'd rather just kill or stun these two. So we'll just stay here. This is still a pretty good space. We're gonna stun these two. We are going to be burning cards at a very fast pace here because I don't care too much about time. We have 8 more rounds, and we still have plenty of cards. We've been discarding cards at the normal rate anyway, so burning cards isn't really going to be impacting us. We don't need the stamina. We just need to make it 10 rounds. So we could bring in the minor stamina, or use the minor stamina potion, but I think I'll skip it for now. I don't really see many. We could use the stun shot, would be a good option. Toxic Bolt is another good option. What do we have here? We do have Reviving Shock, Hook Gun. We even have the Battle Bot. I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine for now, at least. And they are actually... Yikes. Okay. So they did become unstunned before the brute, so that's perfect. We can disarm this one for the next round as well. Okay. Is it still worth going for this? My fear here is that we pull that, of course. That's a pretty decent fear. We do have a lot of good options here. We could just pull a 0. We are going to be taking 5 damage due to retaliation, and it has a shield. But she hasn't burned a card. Well, she has burned a card yet for single out. I say let's go for it. Let's put as much, all of the eggs into the basket, as it said. So we move to here. Confirm the movement. We're going to poison. Okay. We now backstab. Let's use the ancient drill. We're already burning a card, so let's use as much as we can. We will be taking 5 damage unless we kill him. I am not seeing that as a good chance, but I think since we're burning this card, we might as well burn the ancient drill. Let's see if we do it. Oof, okay. That was very much worth it then. We are taking 5 damage. That is a bit of a bummer, but we just dealt 11 damage to this shielded Inox Guard. That was worth it. Okay, next. We're going to jump all the way to here. Yes. And we are going to disarm here. I don't think I need to use that. It's already pretty low. Yeah. Let's use that after. Okay, well, regardless, it's still disarmed. That was worth it. We will take that healing potion. We might as well use it now. But you can see here that we will be lining ourselves up for a skewer attack right there. Once this one is dead, of course. Hey now, come on. Another -2. Hey, ×2. Perfect. Well, with the 2 of us, we've killed it. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. We're going to use this. And we're going to kill off this one. You don't have to go invisible. We could use the major stamina potion And that would bring back a couple pretty good cards, actually. Let's use this now. There's only... Whoa. That's pretty bright. We will be... Wow, I hope that gets toned down a little bit when she comes in. Alright, that's better. That was pretty bright. I guess that was... I don't know if that's needed, but we don't have to go invisible. And we have these two cards for the next round. This one will be attacking with fire, as you can see here. So every time it makes an attack, it will infuse fire. Again, like the tooltips go off of these little tips here go off of the page. That might be something that should be fixed. Right, do I want to use this? I could use it to bring back, for instance, chromatic explosion, so we could bring in whatever we want. That would be good for the cold fire. So I think I'll do that. Let's do that. I'll bring in chromatic explosion and I want to say let's bring in reviving ether. I think because this has a move 4 with jump on it, we can get into any position that we'd like within range of 4. So we could do that for this attack is kind of what I'm thinking. And we can use chromatic explosion and maybe heal for this next round. I think that'll be a good idea. So let's bring in reviving ether. And we don't need to go invisible. Round 4. We're doing pretty good here. We are killing them at a good rate. Oh, so here's the thing that I might have discussed in the past, and I was waiting for it to happen because I wanted to say that because there's gold here, there's loot in these spaces, they are not empty. So for instance, this one that just spawned in can't spawn here. So it's going to spawn at a location in a hex that's closest to the spawning hex. So I know in the past that it had actually spawned in a location that was close to the spawning hex, but there wasn't any loot there, and I'm pretty sure that's true. But in this case, this is something to keep an eye on, to plan for. So at the moment, the Tinkerer is in a little bit of a pickle here because of this. We do have a way to mitigate that. Oh, no, we do not. No, we do not. Okay. So we will want to kind of run away from that pretty quickly, right? Okay. Well, I think we have few enough cards that we'll just go through this live. So we want to be going, let's see. We need to handle this Inox Guard here. We need to do it fairly quickly. Let's make sure that we are kind of getting away from her with the Scoundrel early, and then going late enough so that she would be targeting one of them and not, for instance, my new summon here or the Scoundrel. So we could go with flanking strike. That's just to move, and then maybe something like throwing knives. That way we could go something like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make an attack here and here. That might be a good... Yeah, let's do something like that. Okay. We do still have leather armor. Two... I don't know, procs of the leather armor. So there's that as well. But we'll go early enough. This is going to help us out of here pretty quickly. And we might even be able to do some good damage against the two. As I had said before, I think chromatic explosion, so that we're bringing in ice, and aid from the ether so that we can heal somebody. It might be the Scoundrel, and if not, then at least one of these two guys. As for the Tinkerer, what I was hoping for was net shooter. We could immobilize and then walk away. However, we do have the opportunity to immobilize, so we could still walk away and then do a something like reviving shock. And or actually, here we go. We'll use Tinker's Tools, okay? And Volatile Concoction. Tinker's Tools to take a step back, and then Volatile Concoction, and we can just place a trap right there. And that's what I was talking about before, so that this Inox Guard will have to walk around here in order to target the Brute, for instance. I think I like this idea. Let's take a step back and just place a trap. The Brute, if we move to here, this is the problem, right? Because if we move to here with the Brute, with something like, I mean, we could use this and skewer. That way we can skewer through both of these. We could be using air, and this would be an attack of 3 + 1 + 1, so an attack of 5 through both of them. That would force this Inox Guard to walk through the trap. And it would be just 2 damage and poison. Is that worth it? Another thing we could do is we could just walk back with Tinker's Tools still and use something like Reviving Shock. And maybe it would be worth it to risk it to just go with 34 for Reviving Shock and use this as a way to hit both of these, and we can use weighted net onto the Inox Guard so that it would be stuck. Even if it does attack, we don't have that anymore, so this would be a problem. But we can burn a card, and I'm okay with that at the moment. Let's use Hook Gun just to move away. I don't see Hook Gun coming into play anytime soon, so we'll use that. Although I could use, I can see myself using the heal, Tinker's Tools to lay down a trap, Volatile Concoction to lay down a trap. Now, you know what? We'll use Dangerous Contraption to move away. That way we can maybe lay down a couple traps, and we can even use Hook Gun later. Okay, so we'll do it like this. This will be a little tricky here. It's a little risky, but I think it will pay off. As long as the Tinkerer doesn't take a killing hit. So let's see what they're doing then. Okay, well our ally Shaman is going to be healing somebody. That could be the Tinkerer. That would be really nice of him. The Inox Archers are going to be using some immobilizing attacks. The Inox Guard is going very late, so we can control that. We could just walk away from him, and then we can use that with a later attack, the net. And then the Vermling Scouts, they're not moving, unfortunately. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, yeah, that is unfortunate. However, I think, but this one will be attacking, so we will have to, and it's probably attacking this. Well, oh well, if it happens, it happens. So let's use this. As I said before, it would be nice if I had something like the net on her, but I think the Ancient Drills still is working pretty well for her. Another thing we could do is, since she still has the leather armor, we could put her in a dangerous situation to have the guard elite attacking her instead of the burning avatar. But I'm not sure if that's really worth it. Yeah. Although, actually, by the guard standing here, then this will be attacking it. I think I'm just gonna let it attack the burning avatar. It's unfortunate. But I'd rather... I mean, it's an attack of 5. That could kill one of us. So I'm just gonna let that happen. We'll move to here. I think that's still good enough for this. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we can go to 4. So we'll go to here. Okay, skip the rest of that movement. We are going to attack here, and we'll attack here. See what happens. Oh, +1. That's worth it. That's good. And that one's dead. Great. Yeah, we are plowing through this. We do have to worry about this one. We're doing pretty good about holding. I mean, they're coming from this direction, so we're going to be doing pretty well about holding them. The problem is that when they're spawning behind us, we are going to have to figure out a way to handle flanking enemies, basically. So, right. Okay. So, we are going to move to here. No, confirm the movement. Now skip the movement. We will consume air for this attack. I wonder if this is working now. It's not showing how much we're attacking for. Interesting. Well, let's use the poison on this one. I think that'll be worth. Okay, now it shows it. Maybe I hadn't clicked on it yet. I'm not sure. Clear targets. We click on them. Yeah, it's not showing. Interesting. Well, at least it's attack 5, attack 5. The poison dagger doesn't seem to be screwing up with skewer now, so that's at least something. So yeah, we'll put poison on the elite so that we can kill it a bit faster. Oh, perfect. And we've even stunned the one in the back for the next round. That's great. That is great. Okay. And we picked up some money too. Oh no! Oh no. Please no. I didn't see this happening. And we're stuck there. That is a bit too bad. So as I said, I think what I'd like to do is kind of take 2 steps away so that we don't need to use the weighted net to control him. He's only going to move 1 at the moment. Where is it? So the Inox Guard Elite is going to move 1. So if we move to here, then it's controlled already, and we can continue to deal some damage against these guys as well. And I think I might do it that way. Instead of dealing the 2 damage against this, I think I'll just try and kill or continue the assault on them. So we'll confirm movement. And skip from here. Let's make sure it's going to move 1 to here. It can't go that way, so we'll skip that movement. And then reviving shock. We might as well just use this and our eagle eye goggles and there's some chances that we might kill both of them. So let's see if we can. So one down. Two, oh. I got a little lucky there that I pulled a rolling modifier and I didn't pull the null. So we've killed both of them. Fantastic. This is going pretty smoothly. It's still a good puzzle. And if it was on difficult, I'd probably be sharing some choice words. Now, it is unfortunate. I'm hoping that they don't pull a ×2 here. You know, that would kill him. So, it's all luck. Okay, so it just dealt a couple damage. We're gonna have to deal with that. Oh, good. Well, we've dealt with it by stunning it with our avatar here. Great. So we can heal up, and I think this is we should just heal him, Scabwit, up. We want him at full health at all times. And let's see here. Who's popping up here? We have an elite archer and an Inox Guard elite. 1, 2, 3. So I think what my plan here is, we'll take a step up to here. We'll pick up some gold. Skip the rest of that movement. And since we have fire, let's bring in ice. We don't need to go invisible. So they actually did the unexpected here, and he just stepped right into it. You know what might be a better option? I was thinking of targeting these two with cold fire, but we aren't going to be able to. I probably won't be able to go early enough. What I might do, 1, 2, 3, freeze both of them. Let's start attacking here. This one's not going to attack anyway, so let's go late, and maybe it'll be stunned and then stunned again. And this one we need to figure out a way to deal with so it's not attacking him. And at the moment, because we have this here, this is actually a perfect place for an obstacle and for the brute, because only one of them will be able to attack unless this one pulls a move 3. But I don't really see that happening. I haven't seen it happen yet. And something that we could do to mitigate that is, if there wasn't gold here, then I could place a stun trap, and then it wouldn't come over here at all. Another thing we need to do is, all right, no, this would work actually. What we can do is pull this one to here so that it will attack the Scoundrel instead of Scabwit. I'm pretty sure Scabwit would survive, but if they do pull a ×2, we can just burn a card and Scabwit would just die. We can't have that, of course. So we'll use this to pull him, and then we'll just end up punching this Inox Archer. We only have these 2 options, so we're gonna have to go with that. We'll go a bit earlier. I mean, I could just rest, right? I can just rest, but I'd rather not. You know what? You know what? Actually, this will work. As long as I go after 32, what I could do here is I could punch and then walk away. That's something I could do. Or I could even push so that I wouldn't take the retaliation. But I could attack for 3, push, and then go 1, 2 with trample is move 4 and attack to everybody. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do something like that. I would be attacking both of them without taking any retaliation, and an attack 3 and an attack 2, and then have the Tinkerer lay down a stun trap there so that it is pushed this way. Then it would have to go this way. And I think I could go far enough that none of them could be attacking. That might be a good idea. And then I even have hook gun. If they decide, you know, that they don't want to move, then I can pull them onto the stun trap next turn. Something like that. I like this idea. And I can even heal somebody. So healing himself, then throwing a stun trap down. Yeah, this sounds like a good idea. Okay, everyone's been chosen. Whoops, end selection. Perfect. Okay, so the Shaman Scabwit is going to be going first, meaning that he'll actually move away and then start dealing some damage. It is going to lay some curses into the deck, which might be pulled by them, but at least there's more opportunities for them to be pulling it than for us to be pulling it. That Archer, man, he is really going to be hitting hard, so not sure. I mean, I can just burn a card, I guess, for the Scoundrel. There isn't anybody else over here. Yeah, so it's just this one elite archer. The guards will be moving too. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. And then the Vermling scouts are going to be attacking at range with poison. All right, this one's stunned, so we don't have to worry about that one at all. Good. Let's pull those +1s now, so that when it's their turns, it won't happen. So, I don't necessarily need to pull this one anymore because if the Shaman Scabwit's already moved away, so it's going to attack one of these two, probably this one. Me if I don't move, actually, because we're all 1 away or 2 away from it. So what I might do is I could burn this and then go invisible, but that's burning 2 cards. How many more do we have? Oh, we're only 4 rounds in, so I don't really want to burn many more cards. It looks like these guys, well, they're doing ranged attacks, so that might be good. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be burning 1 card, I'd be burning 2 discarded cards if I take a hit. So I am just going to walk away from this. Yeah. I think it's better to just walk away. The problem is I don't really have a good place to go to do anything afterward. So it looks like maybe what I do is just like flintlock to loot here, and then I walk over here, pick up some gold. I think that's what I might end up doing. I think that's really probably the better thing to do here. Let's just spend some time to pick up some money, some loot. Let the Scoundrel be a Scoundrel for our turn, because I'd rather not burn 2 cards by this attack. And at this time, it's going to be attacking one of the scouts, this one. Sure, it's gonna die, unless we get really lucky, but I'd rather one of these scouts than me. Okay. So I could just push this one away. Oh, it's like, no, they squeezed in, but it's actually the archers. Okay. So I could just push this one away and then walk away. with my boots. And none of them would be able to, well, yeah, they wouldn't be able to reach him. Ooh, but he is immobilized. Oh no. Oh, that changes quite a bit. Well, we still don't have to worry about this, but that just killed his entire turn. Ugh, okay. I'm considering to use this to gain some shield now, but I'm only going to be taking one of these hits anyway, an attack of 4. So I think I'm going to just attack here and push. Yeah. Confirm target. There we go. 3 plus 3, 6 damage. That works out pretty well. And then, I mean, it doesn't really matter where I push him to. This one's number 5, and this one's number 10. So by pushing him here, he's going to walk to here. This one will be going first because of the number that's right there. That's 5, that's 10. So this one would walk to here, and then this other one would be walking out. So pushing him into the corner, and then it would walk to here instead of walking from here to here. That's the better idea. So we'll confirm that push. And we're going to have to skip our movement. That's really unfortunate. That's the end of his turn. Yep. Yep, better you than me, buddy. I'm so sorry. And we're going to heal. Who is very important at this time? It's only a heal 3. It's only a heal 3. Alright. No, so any one of these 3, obviously. You're really, the Tinker's not going to be in positions to be attacked melee anyway. I could just heal the Brute back up to full. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's make sure that we keep the Brute at full health and Scabwit at full health, and then everybody else is just well, fodder. Not really fodder, but yeah. We don't want to use that now. Okay. So we will... I don't want to pick up this loot. I don't want this to go wrong. I'm pretty sure this one will go first, and then this one. And I'm going to wait for this turn to let that go. But I think what I might do is kind of... I'd like to just go here to pick up the loot, and I know this one will go here, right? Let's do it, and then I can place the trap there. Or can I? Do I even have a trap? I do have a trap. But I'd rather put the stun trap out, right? But I could take the card right back. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. Alright. Skip the movement. And then we're going to take... Actually, you know what? Let's just take stun shot so we can go early. Let's take stun shot. Right, okay, good. A -1, great. We'll take that. I mean, we have no other choice, but... Good, good, yeah, keep fighting that one, please. Nice. It's working out pretty well. Now, they've split up. but they have not. So let's make sure that these two can't attack next round, and we can just continue to attack them with our 2 allies and our burning avatar. We'll probably be killing this one anyway. Yeah, let's confirm there. These two split up, so I think this is a better option anyway. Good, good. Well, we've killed another one, and we still... This one's still going, but only 3 health. We'll be able to deal with that pretty easily. And I think what I might do is she's gonna have to rest. I don't think it's necessary to long rest. Well, we would take this back. So we might actually just long rest. We don't need to move anywhere, do we? An archer showing up here, and an archer, but that one's stunned, and this one will be stunned. Okay, okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna kind of, I think I'll move to, no, you know what? This is a really good place for her. It's right in the middle. Yeah, we're just gonna skip that movement. Next round. Okay. We're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Don't know if I should be. We are going to long rest here. And we do want to stun shot here. And I think it would have been nice to like stun and then throw a stun. Where is it? Tinker's Tools. Create a stun trap, stun, so that when he walks up stunned and you're already stunned. Something like that would have been awesome. But let's go with this actually. Volatile Concoction. Long rest back here, and man, I really want a long rest here because I want that gear back. Yeah, the heater shield, the armor. I think I'll do it this way, and I can certainly stun with like stun here and then maybe just walk away. Instead of, I mean, Volatile Concoction is mostly for the movement. But I could, for instance, you know, like, ooh, there's not many good places to walk to, actually. If this has a +2 move, or a movement of 2, then it doesn't really matter where I go. Okay, but we'll do it this way. 3 long rests. We'll have all of this to start attacking here, and this one's already this one is already stunned, so we don't have to worry about that. I am worried about a major attack coming from here to the scout, to Scabwit. There's not much I can do to that. I could short rest here. I mean, I could short rest here and then try and go early, but even so, there's no way for me to stun or control him, the Archer Elite. So we're just gonna have to go for it. Yeah, man. Okay. But the Shaman is going to be moving away, so that's something, and attacking. But it's still going to be attacking it. Unless, I mean, if he moves to here, that's perfect, right? So please move to here. Don't move to here. Move here. And then it would be attacking there. I mean, we just have to see what happens. Good. Good, 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 good. Good work. Hide behind your ally there, and he'll take the hit for you. Okay, the guards are moving 3. They're only attacking for 3, so that's nice. And then that's attacking for 5. So this could be pretty nasty against this. I think what I'm gonna have to do is stun the hard hitter, right? Just stun the harder hitter, and that way, even if he does get hit by both of these two, it's not enough to kill him. And we want to move away, but I don't want. What I don't want to do is move to here, right? I think what I might do is move to here, because I don't want them to be. I don't want them to be moving out of this. I kind of like them kind of stuck behind this. So if I move here, it's still going to attack. Well, it'd be attacking the brute actually if I do move in, but then we're stuck in here. We could back out a little bit, but man, I'm not entirely sure. It probably is best that he attacks the brute, but I could burn. I do still have hook gun that I can burn, so maybe what I'll do is let's back up to here. I think this is still going to make him go here because it's 1, 2 away. This is 1, 2, 3 away. And I would rather them attacking the brute. Nice. Good. Keep pecking away at them, please. Great. That's just 1 damage. Yep. Okay, so they are kind of putting him in a bad position, but oh, fantastic. They pulled one of the curses. All right. This is going to take some time for me to think about. So I forgot that the burning avatar was going to make its attack, and I didn't press unpause fast enough, but it did end up attacking here and killing, and it even brought in ice. I believe that's, yeah, so it infused fire and ice, so we have it perfectly for our next round. Let's see here, for cold fire. All right, so we can use this immediately on 2 to 3 targets, but it looks like we won't have 2 to 3 targets. Yeah, we've really put ourselves in a bad situation with the brute over there. We will need to get him out of there very quickly, while making sure that these guards can't follow him out. We just have 4 more rounds, so we're not doing too bad. We're doing actually very good, being able to kill as many enemies as we have so far, and still keeping this scout alive. I'm pretty impressed by that, actually, if I don't say so myself. All right, let's see what's going on this round. Okay, so this round we have, first up is the brute at 10 with provoking roar. We're going to disarm. I'm not sure which one, probably this one, and then leaping cleave to just get out of there. That we'll be able to jump for 3 and infuse air. Maybe we'll be able to use skewer in the next round, I'm not sure, but we need to kind of get away from this. I don't want him to be the target of 4 incoming attacks. Scoundrel also going at 10 with throwing knives just to lay down some more damage, and flintlock just to kind of get away. I think just moving away is probably going to be a good opportunity. A good thing, good choice for her. Then Tinkerer, stun shot, and Tinkerer's tools. This was what I was suggesting this in the last round. we can stun here and then throw a the stun trap out so that we could do something like hook gun and trap or stun with the trap again in the next round, something like that. And as early as possible, flashing burst for 4 movement and cold fire to stun these two. At this point, let's just stun and disarm as many enemies as possible, so we can go kind of around without dealing with too many attacks. And good, the Vermling, our shaman here, Scabwit, is going to kind of help out his ally here and heal him pretty early. The Inox Archers, they're not going to be dealing too much damage, actually. Oh, this is weird. The elite should be before. I guess they are up here, so that's something. An attack of 4, an attack of 3. Okay. We can kind of deal with that, but I'd rather not. So we will be able to get one of them, I guess. We won't be able to target that one. Then the Vermling scouts are going to be, we only have the one. We'll be attacking this one here for 3, that's good. And then the Inox Guard elites are going to move just 1 and then strengthen themselves. We should be far enough away from all of them that we won't be taking any of those attacks. However, we will be taking some damage here. I am going to disarm this one because this is the only one that's going to be able to move and attack. So let's disarm this one. Sure, we can poison him too. That works. So only 1 damage. We will take the 3. That's unfortunate. But as I said, we even have the boots. We could just get out of there as fast as possible. And I kind of like this idea. I like this idea. I even like the idea more so of standing next to his friend and yeah. Let's do that. Scabwit will, I hope, heal him instead of this Vermling scout. So we'll skip the extra movement here. We can even move to here and do our skewer this way next round. So that actually works out pretty well. And the brute's turn. Next. Yep, we'll definitely... Since this is the only normal, I think what I'll do is I'll leave this one a little bit. Let's deal some damage against these two. Oh, that's wonderful. A +2 there. It would have been better here, but I'll take it. Good. Hey, I'm not disappointed by that. I could use this, you know. I could stand right where she is, just keep her right where she is. She would be the target, having leather armor for a couple incoming attacks from them. But actually, one of them is going to be stunned anyway. That would be burning that card. And we only have 4 more rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't reach them. That would also be a good idea. You know, since we have this, we can do this. Let's do it. Let's burn this card. I'm not going to attack there. Let's attack this one. And she will take 1 hit from there. We can burn a card if it's nasty enough. Or she can go very early next round to just run away from that situation. Let's burn it. Let's do this. We're getting pretty close here, though. I don't want to chance it, you know? When we have the same chance pulling this as we do of that, right? But we have really good chances of pulling these two, but if I pull this, it'd be very scary, right? Ooh. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay. Well, we didn't pull the null, so we're getting pretty close to it. We have to understand that that is almost certainly coming up very soon. Yep, we are going to stun this one. And we do still have this weighted net that we can use. And then we can use the moon earring to get it back, plus the leather armor, plus the eagle eye goggles, and use them again immediately. That's why okay, there were some rests that happened here. I burned trample. I burned special mixture. This was for the long rest last time. And the tinkerer already went, but I did burn volatile concoction on a short rest because I do have this moon earring. I'll be able to bring these back by choice. And I can't see what that is. I burned this one, chromatic explosion. I burned chromatic explosion for the Spellweaver's long rest. All right. I am attacking this one. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I'm more wanting to stun. And I am going to place the stun trap right there. This way I can pull either one of these into that trap. Yeah, we're still not going to use it yet. No, what are you doing? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, never mind. We are... I forgot. I got a little scared there. We want to target both of them with stun and... or with ice and fire. We might as well use the eagle eye goggles. And, you know, I'll just use the minor power potion anyway. I think this is a pretty good opportunity just to lay down some more damage. Yep. Great. Both of them are stunned. Actually brought fire back in. I think I saw that somewhere. So we dealt 5 damage and 6 damage. We have this one's down to 2 damage, and that's at 9. Where did I see? Fire right there. Fire plus 2, and other one was this modifier. Okay. Anyway, we can move. Definitely want to move. I think I want to move... I mean, I want to go into a space that... I don't want to, like, get into a bad place, obviously. Like, this would probably be a pretty rough place to stand. Anywhere over here is probably bad. I guess I could stand here, but I want to leave that space for the Tinkerer. So I think what I'll do is I'll stand over here. And I can go invisible. I need to remember that. Oh, great. That's perfect. Did that kill it? Okay, good. I was gonna say, you're gonna be taking quite a bit of damage if you don't kill it. But that's perfect. That's great. Yeah, we made it out of this pretty... This was a pretty good round for us. And you're standing in my place, dude. Okay. I could still use Skewer and just make sure that I don't take the retaliation. That's kind of a good idea as well. But these two are not stunned, and you're standing really close, buddy. So, yeah. And over here is just really gross. Really gross. So we're definitely wanting to get her out of there. And we might as well use something like Swift Bow. for an attack. We can go something like here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, make an attack here. That would be a pretty good attack, and it would get her out of, well, maybe we want to go maybe in this direction a little bit, but yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with these two for her. We could do something like, where is it? We could put dangerous contraption out. That is a good idea. We could ink bomb, or we could net shooter to make sure that they don't move. But I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Net shooter. And I can target either these two or these two, depending on what happens to this one. And I think I'll use... I mean, reviving shock might be a good idea to heal himself a little bit. And actually, weighted net, I still have weighted net. What I could do is like reviving shock, attack here, and then weighted net on that one. And I'll do this. I'll do that. Reviving shock to do like an attack here and here, and this one I'll probably, I mean, it depends on who's moving the furthest. We can make that choice then. I think skewer's still a good idea. It is an attack of 5 at a distance, so we don't need to be taking the damage from the what is it? From the retaliation. And I'll do this eye for an eye to heal up a couple and skewer. That seems like a good idea. We'll go early enough that we can kind of start doing some damage. I'm really hoping that you move away, buddy. Oof. Well, it should be attacking here. So we have that. And then the Inox Guard is actually attacking at range. So we're gonna have to see what that does. Okay. Well, let's move away, right? If I move here, then none of these will be able to attack. This one could. This one could move up, but it won't. It has plenty of targets here. So if I move here, this one, it can only move 1 and then attack at range of 2. So 1 and then 1, 2. So this is a good place to move. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one would be able to attack her, while that one can't. I think I'm okay with that though, because we still have 1 more leather armor left. So let's do that. Let's confirm our movement there. Skip the rest, and we'll use swift bow to attack here. Oh, okay. So we've taken out another one. She's getting very, very close. It's getting to a dangerous point where any attack could be this null or the ×2. And it's kind of like that 50-50. We don't know what's going to happen, but it is inevitable at this time. And we still don't need the weighted net, because this one's going to move 1 and then 1, 2, so it won't reach her. And if we just move away a little bit, which we are, then we'll be fine. This one is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to attack her, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it will attack her. I think I'm going to move him here. So let's use this, and I'm still going to use weighted net here to keep this one from moving anyway. That way we don't have to deal with it for another round, possibly. Confirm those targets. ×2, fantastic. And a +1, that's great anyway. We will use this moon earring now, so let's get all of our gear back. Not the potions, but just at least our gear. And then we'll move around to here. Confirm that movement. Skip movement and confirm action. That will heal him up. It's just one, but hey, that has been helpful in the past, so. Okay, well we're healing 2 more for him. That's great. So that was a heal of 3. And then we'll still use this, but we're going to attack here. We don't have our poison dagger, unfortunately, but it's still going to be a pretty good attack. An attack of 6 with 0 retaliation. Oh no, that's not good. Okay. 0. Great. Great. Man, when it's like luck, when it comes down to luck, it gets very scary. Good. It's 4 damage. It's still pretty nasty, but good work, buddy. Thank you. Couple more damage there. Good. And what was my plan here? Oh, it was just the last 2 cards. So if I burn both of them, which I don't think is possible, but if I burn one of them, like this one, then I get 2 cards back for our rest. So, since we only have 2 cards here, I want to keep one of these. I think what I might do is not burn for the summon Mystic Ally, because the only place I can put it is back here, and for it to attack, it would probably be moving like this way, and it would probably die pretty early. Let's do a heal instead. And I might heal up the Scoundrel. I know this was my choice was to heal him first, heal the Brute and Scabwit first, but I did get rid of the Scoundrel's special mixture, which is the only way she can heal. So let's just heal her instead. She has 13 health. We only have 2 more rounds after this. I think we're on a good track here. And actually, you know what I could do is move right here and then go invisible. I like this idea, because if I move here, then they're going to have to move all the way around. Let's do it. Let's do it. We want to use this invisibility cloak. I think this is a good way to use it. Cloak of invisibility, sorry. Now these are all blocked here. In order for them to have range or movement, enough movement, they're going to have to walk around here in order to get it. For the next round and the final round, because she's just going to take a long rest. There's no reason for her to take a short rest. We can just take this long rest, and it's going to keep them all blocked over here. We do have this other stun trap. So, yeah. And then we have this nice formation here for something like net shooter. And we could use reinvigorating elixir and just get all of his cards back. It's not a lot, but come on, it helps quite a bit actually. Especially when we just have 2 rounds left and we need to keep 2 guys alive. It's pretty nice when it works. But net shooter to make sure that none of them can move. 1, 2, 3. And reinvigorating elixir. Sure. Couple more experience. Smoke bomb, sinister opportunity to see about. I mean, we can also just move up to here and go invisible as well. 1, 2, 3, go invisible. I like that idea. And then for you, nobody over here is normal, so we can't use Fatal Advance. We could use Unstoppable Charge to just move to here and stun. That might be a good idea too, particularly if we go after, like if they go after 19. Oh man, yeah, and we just have these 2 rounds left, and I think we've got it already, so. You know what, let's do it. Let's go this, and I'll even take warding strength so I can attack one of them and just push it away. We'll go late. I'm hoping that they go between 19 and 86. That's a pretty wide gap. They can go before 19. I don't think they can go after 86, but let's go this way. Perfect. They're going at 50. So the Inox Archers are not able to move at all. So this will be good as long as we can just give some space between us and them. They'll be stuck up there. The Vermling Shaman is going to move up to here or here, but it will be late, so we don't have to deal with. We can pick where we want that to go. All right, yeah, let's do this. So we're going to go up to here, skip that action, and go invisible. This way we've blocked here and here. The only place for them to go now is right through that stun trap. Ah, that's perfect. Okay, end the Scoundrel's turn. We will go with this. We want to rotate that into position. So they're going after. They won't be able to move. That's perfect. Sure, let's use our goggles too. Oops. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. And yeah, I mean, you can take your discarded cards back. That's 4 more cards for the next round. And a couple points for him. Ooh. Yeah, so at this point, next round, all we really have to do is just put him in a corner. You're kidding me. Of course they did. I could have burned a card. That would have been smarter. I'm not worried about you. Okay. Let's move to here. We're going to skip the rest of that movement. Ooh! No! Come on! Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to have to redo this. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I think what my problem here is, in the past I would just double click and then I would skip movement, and I just get a little excited and forget that that double click is not there anymore. Alright, so confirm movement. Skip the rest of the movement. Now confirm the action. Oh yeah, that was nice. Now we will attack. Let's attack this one because it's almost dead. It has more health. This one is already stunned, so let's attack that one. And what I'll do is push it kind of back there. Back there. Actually, let's push it this way. Now we don't have to worry about that retaliation again, right? Oh man, I forgot about that. I guess I probably should have kept it there so that... Yeah, okay. Oh, nope, that one still didn't die. Spellweaver's turn, yep. We'll heal. I mean, we can... I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to go very late anyway, so... let's drop this one. Burning Flash. And your turn. Okay. Well, it's round 10, so we did it. All I have to do is just burn a card for any time that he gets attacked. I should have burned a card for him last turn. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Oh well. It was a mistake. I just went through with it when I went back around to fix my error with not moving or skipping his move. But yeah, this will be fine as long as he's just... all I'm gonna do is just move him back here. My problem is that I really need to keep him from dying now. He's in a really terrible place. Fortunately, we've taken out both of these elite guards. They're both stunned, but both of these could be attacking him, so I really need to make sure that that doesn't happen. What I can do here is let's see here, let's just short rest, because it doesn't matter if she dies. What I'm gonna have to do is make sure that they attack her instead. So I'll do this. And we can burn one of the cards, and then the other one will... the other one will just kill her. And that's fine. That's totally fine. As for you, we're just gonna have to go late, and it's okay. I mean, we could make her the target. She's not invisible. That's right. She became she became visible, invisible, or she became visible after her rest the last round. So we're just gonna... let's go early. Whatever. This really doesn't matter. Yeah, this... just go early. She's gonna be probably attacked by all of this and killed, and that's fine as long as we can keep these two alive. That's all that matters. Let's go with... if I can... you're stunned, you're stunned, you're stunned. So let's move... let's throw our dangerous contraption out, I guess. Yeah, let's do this. We can put our dangerous contraption out, so if she does die, then they have another target. I don't think that's really going to be too necessary. And then we have... we do have Leaping Cleave and Provoking Roar. So I could, for instance, jump over this and attack one of these two, like this one, for instance, to disable or disarm him, and then this one can stand over here to make sure that they both don't attack. But it doesn't really matter, as I'm saying, as long as we can keep this one alive, our shaman elite. Let's do as much as we can to do that. So, okay. So the only thing we have to worry about are these incoming attacks, and we'll be able to deal with both of them, so we'll be fine. But let me see here. Yeah, these guys back here won't be able to reach anybody. Well, they'll be attacking her anyway, so I think, and it doesn't matter. This one is an attack 3 plus 2. This one's an attack 3 plus 2. If I had, for instance, if I was attacking someone that had 2 allies, then I would go for this, but it doesn't really matter. I'll go for it anyway. But we'll move over to here. No, we want to attack this one. So we'll go here. Skip the rest of the movement, and then we're attacking with this. And it's going to be ×2 because we're invisible. We played that smoke bomb in the last turn. So I'm hoping good. But we don't have to worry about this attack at all. And then he can just hop over here and disarm that one. So that worked out. Oh, we get to do that right now. So hop to here. Confirm the movement. Skip the rest of the movement and disarm here. Good work. So this one is stunned. That one's stunned. This one's disarmed. There's no attacks that's going to reach the brute at this time, so. And she can just kind of burn a card now. We won't do it yet. And this one was stunned as well, yeah, so we didn't see any attack there. For the points, what we'll do is just drop the bot here, and then we'll make this ranged attack against that for a couple more points. That's 4 XP in one turn. That's good. There we go. Look out another one. Oh, why, thank you. Oh, really? You missed. Oh, you actually get to go before them. Well, that's interesting. So let's... I don't think there's a reason... There's only this one... I don't see any more. I was thinking of using this, but I'd rather just summon another ally here for a couple more points. And then we can make this attack against... Is there anybody that's like close to dying? I guess this one, but I don't really want to do that. Alright, well, we'll go back there. Oh wow. A ×2 and a +2? That works. Miss. I'll take it. -1 and we can just burn a card, and that's the worst card to burn, but there we go. Very, very good. Victory. Faced with a solid resolve, the attackers turn tail and flee back into the forest. It looks like you have won. Now that's a knife. Doctor Who, on guard. Great. Great, great, great. Doctor Who? Okay. Well, that worked out pretty well. It was still a good puzzle, even though it was on normal difficulty. I tend to like these puzzles a lot more than just kill all the enemies. Again, it is the normal difficulty, but if I did do this with the difficulty, the +1 level, then I'd be sitting here for probably another hour and a half, and the video would probably be another hour. So I think this is a good length. I think it's still pretty long, but anyway, that said, Scoundrel did very well, killing 5 enemies, dealing 65 damage total. The Spellweaver dealt 54, which is really good as well, but the Spellweaver didn't take the record of this scenario or anything, even though she did very well. 4 kills, 54 damage. Yeah, come on, I mean, she got second place on a lot of these, so. The Brute actually had the second most healing done. That's pretty interesting. We didn't get a whole lot of loot out of this, but that's fine. But 11 XP for both the Scoundrel and the Tinkerer. The Brute only gained 3. Huh. I think I actually needed 4. Well, let's see. We did unlock this new, the new spears. So that is also on the list of new characters that we can bring in, and I won't do it until somebody asks for it. I will say that I am biased to want to play this character, just as I was biased towards the Sun Keeper, the Sun character. I am very heavily biased towards playing this character as well. The traitor didn't even lead his troops into battle. No wonder their morale broke. He isn't much of a commander. That's not what we're looking for, is it? We've located both his main mustering ground. There it is. I was going to say, it's not over there. We've located both his main mustering ground, but also some ruins nearby where he has troops performing strange rites. It's probably worth raiding the ruins first and seeing what he's up to. Ah, okay, we did in fact, that's right, we got 16 experience before we even started. So the Brute did level up. We're pretty close for a Spellweaver and a Scoundrel level up as well. And we need to get the Scoundrel up to level 5. And we also need the Brute up to level 5. However, we will be level 5 after this, after I click on this, but I won't do that today. So, let's go over to the trainer for anyone that has stuck around for this long. We have reached Eagle Crest. We'll claim this reward. I wonder if this was actually, this one might have been here to begin with and I just didn't notice it. So we've unlocked chapter 1.5 and we can now enhance another slot. I mean, we can't keep up with that, but the Badlands is now explored well. That's over here. And we are starting to receive messages from the Great Forest even further north. Ooh, okay, maybe that is this way. This one. Let's seek out the outposts further north. They're surely to have some impressive equipment to trade. Our last objective now is to reach Wildspire. Ooh, it's our last objective now, is to reach Wildspire in the deep of the forest. Okay, so reach Wildspire. Ooh, okay. It's 100 gold in order to do that. And then another enhancement. Mercenaries, alright, so here we go. Well, let's claim this reward here. This is a perk point for the Tinkerer. I'll do this on the next episode as well. But now the 3 Spears character is unlocked. As I said, I'm not going to touch any more new characters until somebody suggests it. Or I just break down and I want to play as them. But for now, we don't need to bring in any new characters. I'm kind of on a path to the boss for the Brute and the Scoundrel, so I'm going to stick to that a little bit more. We do have the circles, kill 12 different types of enemies. We have killed 5 since this has been added. Of course, we've already done this, but since this has been added, we've only killed 5 different types of enemies. And I think the Night Shroud. Okay, there it goes. I just wanted to get rid of that. Yeah, so I won't claim these rewards. Relics. We have a new relic here. Walk this way. Kill 20 enemies with traps. Wow. I don't know what that one could unlock. That one's kind of exciting and interesting, because I don't know what this one could be unlocking. A trap. An item that has traps, maybe? I'm not sure. That one sounds cool. Kill 20 sun demons while dark is infused. That sounds... These sound nearly impossible. Take 20 damage. I mean, that sounds pretty easy. I'm just going through these. Just wanted to look at some of these new ones. I haven't seen any of these, so... Alright, let's claim these. 5 gold each. We've killed... I don't know what that said. Killed, yeah, killed the Inox Guards, okay. Maybe it was Inox Archers. And Sun Demons. Not bad. And then there's going to be probably 10 of each of those. Where are they? Yeah. So 10 stone golems, 50, and then wind demons. Yeah, okay, maybe that was it then. Okay. Whew. A lot going on today. We do have 56 more gold, so we could buy another item or enhancement for our cards. But you can see here, we're allowed to have 7 enhancements. I barely have enough money to even do 2 for each of them. She has 2. She has the Tinker has 2, and she only has 1. So I could be doing some more of these jobs that would gain us 20 gold after completing the quest. Just 20 gold though, you know. I could be a little bit better about picking up loot, but I'd really like to finish some of these quests. We can cross off some of our mercenaries, and I'll feel better about moving forward with new mercenaries. I'll feel like they can kind of retire, take some time off, live a different life than the mercenary life, and we can even... Whoops! Well, I won't be... We'll take a look here. Why not? Whirlwind. You can just take a look. I'll be clicking on this the next time. Skirmishing maneuver. This one's a good one, but I won't pick one now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do let me know that you've made it to the end of the episode. I really appreciate hearing those comments. Leave a like if you like the video, of course. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time.